Yeah. Turn the mic up. Don't turn shit down. If you're mad already, good. Heat wave session. Ain't no party like a heat wave session. Hot takes flying, got the whole damn section. Say what I chest, yeah, we don't need blessing. Every fucking take, got the comments catch. Ain't no party like a heat wave session. Late night talk, bad vibes getting threatened. If you feel that burn, yeah, that's pure aggression. Boys with the heat, yeah, we wreck the section. Yeah, no script, no plan, just a mic and a beer. Say what we want, yeah, the truth too clear. Timeline shaking every time we appear. They hate watch heavy, but they still right here. We don't play safe, we don't tone shit down. One hot take, turn a hero to a clown. If it piss you off, then it probably sound like the realest shit said this whole damn round. Keyboard tough, yeah, they talk real loud, but never show face when the heat come around. Every week, same noise, same fake outrage, same people swearing this the last time I can. Like a heat wave session. Hot takes flying, got the whole damn section. Say it with our chest, yeah, we don't need blessing. Every fucking take, got the comments catch. Ain't nobody like a heat wave session. Truth hit hard, now they crying in the mentions. If you feel that burn, yeah, that's pure aggression. Boys with the heat, yeah, we wreck this section. Ooh, they don't like the tone, but they love the sound. Say they done with us, still lurking around. Yeah, they throwing stones, but we holding crowns. If it ain't heat, then it ain't us now. We don't backpedal, we don't rewrite. One clip turn into a whole damn fight. Bro, you out of here, you goddamn right. That's the whole point when we go live. Numbers climb every time they complain. Outrage fuel, that shit gasoline. They say cancel, we say press play. Same damn cycle, different fucking day. No apologies, no fake remorse. If you can't take heat, then change the course. We just talk our shit, let the truth take form. While the comment section start fucking war. Like a heat wave session. Hot takes flying, got the whole damn section. Say with a chest, yeah, we don't need blessing. Every fucking take, got the comments catch. Ain't no party like a heat wave session. Burn so loud, yeah, the truth stay deafening. And if you feel that heat, yeah, that's not a question. Boys with the heat, yeah, we in the session. Crack one more, let it replay. Same time next week, same no fuck safe. If you mad right now, then we did that shit right. Boys with the heat, we out.
I cannot see you on the screen. I do not see myself on the screen. I have no idea what's going on. I see you and I down in the corner. I hear you, but I do not see you up on the screen, which is very, 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 very sad, unfortunately.
And we are live.
Yeah, we're live. I mean, audio-wise, we're still here. We're kicking it. Fantastic. I don't understand. Where's Charles when you need him? Where's Charles for comedic relief?
Doing his income tax.
Oh yeah, he needs to do that. There's computers for that, Charles. Oh, there we are, Paul.
Are we back?
We're back. We're back.
All right.
We lost the 19 people that were in here for like 30 seconds. What the hell
They're
just
like,
happened?
I don't know. This is new to me. I've never seen this.
Broke it. You weren't in the background, and I was like, I couldn't hear you. I played an intro song just to get it going.
I was here for like 10 minutes.
You were here, but I couldn't get you to come up on the screen. So I was like, oh, come on. What's going on here? Paul's not here. What the hell's going on?
But we're here now, though.
Yeah, we're here now. I had a question for you. I know there's a lot of people who are like Packer fans, like Mike McCarthy is going to Pittsburgh and Matt LaFleur is with the Packers. But did you ever think in your wildest dreams that Mike LaFleur was going to get the Arizona Cardinals coaching job? Like, seriously, was he on your bingo card for that or
not even a little bit?
No.
I think the only people that I saw getting a job right away was Harbaugh. What's his name? Stefanski.
Yeah.
And possibly I thought Dable was going to get the Bills job once that became open, but he didn't. So I get it.
No.
But I don't think his name was ever on anybody's list of top candidates for any job, let alone. I feel like some of those jobs, like the Cardinals job right now, is like the most less desirable job right now, just because there's nothing. I don't want to like downgrade like some of the players there, but it's just like overall that team doesn't scream out at you. Like, I get it, it's your first head coaching job, so you want to try to be that guy that changes the team around, but it's like, what's there for you to actually entice me to bring other players of value there?
Dude,
Kyler Murray's not attractive right now.
Well, Kyler Murray is more invested in video games and anything that's coming out Call of Duty wise than he is with a football in his hands.
And then it's like you got your backup, and I don't even know if he's going to be there next year, but like Jacoby Brissett was like your biggest surprise last year after Kyler Murray went out for the season. Like, he was basically keeping y'all offensively relevant.
Yeah.
Your defense is pretty much non-existent. So I'm like, is he an offensive coach? I'm going to assume he's an offensive coach.
I didn't even know he was in the league. I mean, that's how far out of the loop I am with football.
I didn't know there was another one in the league.
Let
alone the one you have.
Let's break down. I just wanted to get Charles isn't here, but I wanted his take on it because I figured he's like the ugly duckling of the family. He's like the fifth wheel brother.
I did not know his brother was a coach in the league. I'm going to assume they're brothers, correct?
Yes.
I'm like,
they are
a last name like that, you have to be related.
Yes, they are the next. I believe he was with the LA Rams.
He was like a quality control or something like that.
He was the head coach. He's the head coach of the Arizona Cardinals now, right? We'll give him his cookies. National Football League. Previously, the offensive coordinator for the Rams, 23 to 2025. So he was the OC. He was the OC for the Rams. How did I not know this? This is something Charles would have called us out on.
I thought. Hold on.
He was with the Falcons, the Browns, the 49ers, Jets, and then the OC was the biggest job he's ever had with the Rams. I mean, Elmhurst University, played quarterback for the Blue Jays, 2006, 2007. Started all 10 games at safety for the Blue Jays. Interesting. Why does it say he was a quarterback and then he switched over to safety? So he wasn't a very good quarterback if he switched from quarterback to safety. Let's just put that out there.
Interesting.
Very, very strange too. I thought they could have went a million different directions. I mean, is the last name quite possibly could be the only reason why he got a head coaching job, period, but
I don't listen again. I didn't know he even existed.
neither did I. I mean, I knew he existed. I knew he had a brother and that he was a coach, but I didn't know he was an NFL coach, and I definitely didn't know that he was the Rams offensive coordinator. That's wild to me. What other big news we had outside of, the rumors that, Drake May had, mononucleosis and he might quite possibly miss the Super Bowl. So apparently somebody
They
put
need to
this out on the internet,
stop.
Paul.
They need to stop it.
Well, the thing
They
is,
gotta stop.
I love messing around with AI for pictures. Like you did the thing with the caricature and all that stuff. Cool, that's cool for that. But these people that live and die by putting out fake rumors and fake shit, like it's like,
That
come on.
clickbait stuff is weird sometimes to
I
me.
mean, I get
Like
trapped in it, but mine's comedy purpose. It's not trying to get you triggered. The triggered ones are the ones that, like putting it out there that he's gonna miss the Super Bowl. What idiot thinks that the start he could have one going out on one leg, he ain't missing the Super
and
Bowl.
this is the thing. This is the crazy thing. The fact that you believe this and it's not coming from a credible source.
Yeah.
Like, if you honestly think that you're gonna believe Drake May is gonna miss a Super Bowl, and that source didn't come from Bleacher, ESPN,
No.
NBC, CBS, NFL, like an actual, whether you like the source or not, as far as ESPN, all that stuff. 9 times out of 10, if it doesn't come from Adam Schefter, I'm almost certain that it's not real.
Right. Well, yeah,
Like
100%.
there has to be some type of credible, reliable human being typing this up. But the fact that you assume because the New York something made up an article and then now you're over here running with it, sharing it like you're splitting some breaking news, and I'm like, no, like you no these this young kid, like his finger would have to be literally hanging off by a limb.
Well, you know what it was, right? So, like, he had the shoulder injury coming out of the game versus the Broncos. All right, and then it came out that he missed practice the other day because of an illness, and then somebody went and said some stupid shit like, "Oh, it's because he's got mono or whatever." I'm like, "Dude, how do you know, like, he's not gonna miss the Super Bowl?" You could
Listen, he can
I don't
have mono all he wants, but I'm
he's
pretty
still
sure
playing.
he's gonna take whatever antibiotics, whatever shots that he has to take. But I
Massage
promise you,
therapy.
he's going to be suited and booted
Oh, yeah.
Sunday.
He will be out there 110%,
Like,
guaranteed.
his knee has to be hanging off a thread before he doesn't walk out on that
Oh,
field.
yeah. Well, they're
Like,
pushing him out there in a wheelchair, guaranteed. It's the Super Bowl. He's going out there in
and
a
it's,
wheelchair.
it's his second year in the league. You think he's going to miss the most important game of his early career? Hell
Dude,
no.
some people never make it here.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Marino.
what do champions always say? It's one thing to get there. It's another thing to make it back.
Yeah.
You can make it. That's cool. But can
Right.
you make it back again? That's
Yeah.
the hard part. So if he has an opportunity to play and it's not anything life threatening, Drake May is going to be on that field slinging that ball around.
Oh, yeah.
And if anybody else says otherwise, you're delusional and you're just not understanding what you're reading.
I don't know where she found it, but she showed it to me on her phone. I'm like, really? Like somebody really put this out there and they thought it had legs to it, but
That's that clickbait, man.
it is.
Especially
It's
around
the
this,
clickbait. I mean,
especially around this time of the week. You know, like they're doing all the press conferences, the media days, Pro
it's
Bowls
like,
around the corner.
but you and I both know as like, you kind of do way more journalism than me. Mine is more comedy, like meme
But
type stuff.
I'm gonna double check shit before I just put some random stuff out there.
Granted, I haven't. There's a couple times out there,
But
especially the Bill Belichick thing and all that stuff. Yeah, I mean, there's been times where I
but
haven't like
like,
double checked
but
my
this
sources for
though,
sure.
this though, like somebody's gonna share this, and they're not gonna be like, this seems sketchy. Look at where you're getting it
Dude,
from.
it was suspect when they brought it out in the first place. But
And
okay,
then again,
that
like you said, there's a whole bunch of people doing this AI bullshit where it
oh yeah.
looks super real. You gotta look for that extra finger, or just look for something that just is off.
The whole thing to me was completely off in the first place. But it's the Super Bowl, and what they're considering this might be one of the most record-setting bet weeks. I think they said something about $2.6 billion is already on the line for the
That's
Super Bowl
crazy.
bets. There's going to be a
That's
ton of
nuts.
money being bet on this. There's going to be people that are going to try to push the bet one way or another. Now, why you want to try to push that in Seattle's favor when Seattle's already favored? You want to push that line even higher? Makes no sense to me as a sports bettor. Um, I have no idea why you want to do that, but I guess there's got to be some money value in it if you're a
Unless
Seattle.
they think the Patriots are gonna win it.
That's the only thing that I can think of is they're betting. They're betting hard for the Patriots.
Because I wouldn't see a reason why. Again, I've been saying this all week. I don't think New England is going to beat Seattle this week on Sunday. But I'm not going to bet on Seattle if I'm not going to make any money off of it.
Well, no, I don't. Here's the thing. Neither one of these teams, the players on these teams, I don't believe any of them have ever been to a Super Bowl. I don't know if they're.
I don't.
At least none of the starting quarterbacks on either
I'm like
team.
majority. I don't think any of them, because if you look at it,
I think
Seattle the
most of them,
last few
yeah.
years, except Cup. I think Cup's the only one that's been there
Cups,
before.
yeah. Cup's been to a Super Bowl before, and I think
Um,
he won one with Stafford there.
He won. Yeah, he was the Super Bowl MVP there. But I'm pretty sure just at the sheer fact that what most of those teams look like the last 3-4 years.
But the thing is, that's not Cup's team. That's Njigba's team, and it's like,
Oh yeah, it's definitely Jackson's team.
you
I
know,
think he's the only Super Bowl veteran with any experience in that
yeah,
game. Because definitely, clearly, it's Drake May's first time around. It's definitely Sam Darnold's. JSN's his first time because he's only been in the league for a couple years.
yeah.
Diggs, this is his first time in his career making it there.
Yeah, all them years in Buffalo, he couldn't hack it. Yeah.
Minnesota, they couldn't get past anything. So
You
I'm
you want
pretty sure I would say majority of the players that are going to be playing on Sunday probably. And this is the thing, you might have a couple of people that are second string, third string, or whatever that probably been to a Super Bowl, but that have actually played meaningful minutes and actually had an impact in the game. I think it's just Cup at this point. I think everybody else that's playing on Sunday that's a starter or a legit rotational player. I think this is the first time around in the big dance, and it's gonna be interesting.
so
To
I looked it up. All right, oh, they wouldn't even give me an exact number of players with Super Bowl experience, but it says between less than 5. So there's probably some backups maybe
yeah, there's definitely backups that have
that have
played
been on
even
teams,
before.
but
Yeah,
players, Cooper Cup is like by far and away being an MVP in a
he's the
Super
only big
Bowl.
name.
He's the only big name. And here's the thing: I don't know on that stage if Sam Darnold is going to be as electric as he was at home because he's obviously going to be in the Super Bowl. It's gonna be a little bit different.
The light is definitely brighter, and but this goes for Drake May too. You coming from a school like North Carolina that wasn't, a powerhouse college team, and now you're on one of the most storied franchises in the last 20 years, 30 years with the Patriots, and this is big for both Darnold and Drake. Like it's going to be a
Yeah.
test of who's going to be able to actually stand in that pocket and actually sling the rock in that pressure, because both of these defensive lines can rush the box and can get to the pressure of the quarterback. And so who's going to stand there more, and who's going to be able to have the better receivers? And again, this is the thing. Seattle used to have a two-headed monster with Walker and Charbonnet,
Yeah.
but
Now
now
it's just
Charbonnet's
Walker. Yeah.
out, and now it's just Walker. But you still got Henderson and Stevenson
Well, the
in New
thing
England.
is, nobody the entire season's been able to run on New England.
This is true.
I think they shut everybody down in the playoffs too. I mean,
However, at the same time, you have the best scoring defense in Seattle
yeah.
with
Oh, yeah.
some of the with their secondary is as young as they are proven to be one of the best secondaries in the league. And then you have a pretty well-aged defensive line that's proven to be they can get to the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? At will. So it's just like Drake May is very mobile. You know, he can move. It's just I want to see what that pocket presence looks like for each of these guys, and which receiver is going to show out. Is it going to be Diggs? Is it going to be Njigba? Who's going to have the standout game? And again, I said it. I think I said it 2 weeks ago. Whichever quarterback has the most mistake-free game, I feel like that's the team that's going to be able to pull it out. Because if Sam Darnold can have a mistake-free game, that's on top of a defense that can hold their own. I like my odds with Seattle because Seattle's defense can score.
I'm gonna say right now that New England has played damn near a perfect game on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
And that's not being negative. I'm not saying they can't win, like you said, but it's gonna be hard. A
It's
lot
not going to
harder
be
for them. Yeah.
either one of them this game is not going to be an easy win. I don't think.
I can
Now, if
see
one
this
team
game
can pull
being
away,
one score
I
game
could
at halftime.
I could definitely see this being like the what Super Bowl when it was the Patriots and the Rams when
Yeah.
Goff took them to the Super Bowl and it was not, I think it was like 1916 or 1913. It was just ugly because nobody could score. I'm like, this could very well be that all over again. And it's just a low scoring game, and defense is just holding it down. Again, it's just which quarterback is going to come out on top.
There's been a few defensive games over the last few years. The Rams Bengals in 22, the Chiefs Niners 2 years ago or
What was that
whatever.
like 16-3?
Yeah, no, it was 25-22. There the last year it was 40-22 for the Eagles. The last 3 Super Bowls prior to that, Chiefs 25, Niners 22, Chiefs 38, Eagles 35, Rams 23, Bengals 20. So 3 out of the last 4 games have been decided by 3 points.
And it could very well much happen again on
Yeah,
Sunday.
13-3 was was Brady's last Super Bowl in 2019 with the Rams. Yeah. Because then he missed a year and then he went to the Bucks and then he won one in 21.
So I don't I can't, I don't want to say that it's going to be a blowout. I don't see that it's going to be a blowout. I can definitely see it being a defensive matchup and just
New
barely.
England's defense, I don't think is going to allow it to be a blowout. They might get up by double digits, but I don't think they're going to be completely out of the game until the buzzer. Till the end of the game, till we hear that whistle.
It's going to be. I'm excited to see. I know people are saying this is going to be a boring game. I
I don't
don't
think
think
it's going to
so.
be. I think
I
we're
think
going
it's
to
going to be a
see.
great game.
I think we're going to see pressure on the quarterback. We might see turnovers multiple times on both teams. I mean, that's how good these defenses are. And
It's
if
very possible.
if Seattle thinks that they're going to be able to run the ball, and they think that they can do it, and New England shuts them down and puts them in a 3rd and long, I don't think Darnold is going to be able to just run around the outside of the pocket and be able to get
It's
free
going
and
to
get
test his
open.
confidence. It's going
Yeah,
to test his confidence, and we're going to see what those
we
plays look like in 3rd and long. Are they going to try to just run it and try to get better punting percentage or field goal percentage, or are they going to trust Darnold to convert these 3rd and longs to keep the ball moving and keep the chains going? Because again, Sam Darnold last year to this year are 2 different things. He finally was able to get over the hump and win that playoff game that he couldn't win last year. And again, he got to the playoffs, got the number 1 seed. They got the number 1 seed beating San Francisco. And then they got to the Super Bowl beating San Francisco and LA. So they literally played 3 NFC West games in a row.
yeah.
They basically played their division the whole
Yeah.
playoff.
It's crazy to think that How did you get to the Super Bowl? Well, we just beat every team in our division
again.
again. Yeah, crazy.
So and then you're playing in your division rivals stadium to win a Super Bowl, hopefully. Like, how crazy would that be?
That's the thing. They're going to be way more comfortable playing in the stadium than New
Yeah,
England is.
yeah, there because that's easily could be a home game for them.
Oh,
Easily.
for Seattle, it's
Yeah,
only a hop on a plane or maybe a
yeah.
six,
It's
8 hour
easily a home game
Yeah.
compared to what New England has to fly to and do. Like, it's easier for Seattle to just flood that stadium with Seahawk fans, and it becomes 12th man 2.0.
Oh yeah.
And
Seattle
it's
travels well. I mean, being on the West Coast, they're gonna be there.
and I'm ready to see it. I'm ready to see what Sam Darnold is capable of doing if he's going to be able to continue this. Because again, if he wins a Super Bowl with Seattle,
Yeah.
I'll say it and I'll keep on saying it. Minnesota, you are a bunch of idiots for not at least trying and then coming out with the news with the front office pushing JJ versus O'Connell wanted to keep Darnold. Like,
Paul, I gotta say,
is intense.
if there's any football fans that catch this part, if you had any faith as a Vikings fan in Mensa when it came out that he pushed for JJ, like Paul just said, over Darnold or over,
You
I mean,
gotta be upset.
anybody. And they could have had any backup quarterback at
You
that
could
point.
have stuck with Daniel Jones if
You
you
could have
let
stuck with
Darnold.
Daniel Jones, yeah.
But the fact that you pushed an unproven rookie over what you just experienced with Sam Darnold, when your head coach says, no, let's stay with this because it's working and we can get over the hump with one or two more pieces. Like, that just seems like a bonehead move. And then Mensa getting fired, if that doesn't prove that, I don't know what else you need as proof that letting Sam Darnold or Daniel Jones walk this last offseason was probably the biggest mistake, and you fumbled
Yeah. Can I
a
ask you
possible. You could have been in the Super Bowl possibly.
can I ask you a hypothetical then, since we're on Minnesota right now?
What's up?
If you are Justin Jefferson, are you
Oh,
pissed and
I'm pissed
are
as fuck.
are you pissed? And is this a Randy Moss type moment for him? Is he thinking that Minnesota is not the place I win a Super Bowl and he takes his talent somewhere else?
I'm like, didn't he just sign a contract extension?
He did, but I mean, we're seeing players in the NBA like Giannis and them guys knowing that he won a title,
If
he
I
got
can
a
get a
championship.
trade,
He's like, dude, it's
I,
just not working out.
I'm like, at this point, I know
I don't blame the guy if he wants out
if he wants out, I wouldn't blame him.
because I
Now,
don't blame the way management has fucked this up. It's just inevitable at this point.
I've seen him say, that he's behind JJ and he just needs time, and I know that JJ's had a lot of injuries and whatnot his first 2 years, which has stunted the potential of what can be, could be, should be. We don't
Oh,
know
yeah.
the full story because again, we don't have a full sample size of consistent games, more than 2 to 3 games before he gets injured again. So he's made out of paper right now. So I'm like, you can only do so much with that kind of sample of work. However, if your star receiver is coming around to the fact, this is my quarterback, fine. But I'm like, I feel like JJ, you have to. I'm not speaking for JJ, but I feel like you have to have some level of disappointment to see your previous quarterback in the Super Bowl when you were literally in that same position a year ago with that quarterback. And now you're watching that same quarterback do the exact same thing, lead a team to 14 wins, to win a division, and now is playing in the Super Bowl while you're at home with a 9-8 record with a second-year quarterback that's only got like maybe 10 games under his belt in a 2-year span.
Does it burn more that Sam Darnold did this back-to-back seasons?
Again,
And it's like you could have had the same dude in Minnesota. I think that's what bothers everybody.
And this thing, it's not saying that Minnesota would have went to the Super Bowl or saying that they could have.
No, but
it's just the idea of knowing that this could have been you.
Right. 2 years of consistency out of Sam Darnold definitely isn't just a fluke. Let's be honest.
That would have shut a whole lot of mouths about
Right.
Sam Darnold. Because again, you're playing. I'm not saying the NFC West isn't hard, but to say that you in Minnesota, one of the teams that isn't looked on as this strong team in the division. I'm not saying that, I know my Bears have been doo-doo trash. But to say if you were to win 14 games as Sam Darnold, a complete washout, people that just called him a bust after they traded him out of New York. 2 years in a row in Minnesota, 14 wins. Like
it's
look Minnesota, you look stupid right now. But hey, you made your bed, you got to lay in it. But it's got to be frustrating because I'm like, because if that was Green Bay or Chicago and that happened, you would be upset if you let Sam Darnold led you to a 14-win game season, and then you let him walk, and the next year he's leading another team to the Super Bowl. As a Packer fan, would that not have pissed you off?
Yeah,
because it would have pissed me off. Like,
you want to know a wild stat about the guy? Since we're sitting here talking about Sam Darnold, he went in the last 2 years. He went from being a quarterback who only had he was like 31 and 40 or 38 or 36 or something like that. Well, anyway, he was way under 500. You know what his career record is now as a starting quarterback in the NFL?
What's that?
57 and 43. He's not too many wins away from being one of the starting quarterbacks with almost 60 wins.
So if you look at it in just the last 2 years alone,
the last 2 years alone, yeah,
he's only lost 6 games.
Yeah,
in 2 years and won 28 games just in the regular season. You count the playoffs, that's another 2 games. So that's 30-6 overall in the last 2 years. No, 30-7 because he lost last year in the playoffs. So 30-7
in
2 years.
Can you even count those years playing for the Jets? I mean, like you can just take one of those years, 2 of those years, and just wash. 18 and 19.
But I'm just saying, to go from just being the scapegoat in the Jets, then you get scapegoated again in Carolina, then you back up for a year
in San Francisco,
and then Minnesota takes a shot at you, and you have the best year of your life up to that point, not knowing the next year was going to be your pinnacle year.
And then not only do you earn yourself a payday in Seattle, you also earn yourself an opportunity to become not just the starting quarterback, but a top 10 NFL starting quarterback. And you're going to get paid like it too. It's like,
and you're about to be the first quarterback in your draft class.
Yeah.
That you were counted out years ago. They would have expected Lamar and Josh Allen to already had a Super Bowl by now. But in your second full year as a successful quarterback in the league, you're in the Super Bowl before Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Baker Mayfield. Like, you can't write this shit up any better. And then if I'm Josh Allen, Lamar, and Baker, because the thing you got to remember too, Baker and Darnold shared a team in Carolina for at least a year.
Yeah. Paul, can I tell you something? I never would have thought in my life that a Duke quarterback would make the Super Bowl. Because there's not even one that off the top of my head. Wait. The only one I had to Google this. The only other one I know about, Sonny Jurgensen, and that was in the 60s.
Sam Darnold's USC.
No. Drake May.
Drake May's North Carolina.
Sure, I thought he came from Duke.
I'm pretty sure he's North Carolina. This is why
I'm thinking. Never mind. I'm thinking of Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones. Yeah.
Yeah. But even still, when's the last time you seen a North Carolina-led quarterback alumni in a Super Bowl?
I do not even know if there is one.
I only
because
know of two. I only know of two starting quarterbacks that came from North Carolina: Mitchell Trubisky and Drake May, and they
Sam
both were the
Howell,
same.
Sam
Sam,
Howell was there too. Yeah.
but
Um,
he's a backup.
yeah, he's a backup. Yeah, I can't even find it. Well, there you go. AI doing me dirty. I wasn't even trying to use AI. I was using Sports Illustrated search function, and it was giving me AI. Thank you so much for telling me that Drake May was a Duke alum a hole. I'm pretty sure that North Carolina would have something to do with that, considering they're rivals.
Yeah, so there's a lot of storylines in this Sunday game from both sides. You got McDonald, rookie head coach. You got Sam Darnold. You got Cooper Cup. You got the Drake May situation. You got Mike Vrabel. Possibly able to win a Super Bowl with the team that he played with, where he won 3 Super Bowls. Like, there's a lot of shit here.
Oh yeah,
And to say that people were thinking this game is going to be boring, I'm like, I don't think you realize the implications of what can happen depending on which team wins. Like, there's a lot that could go off here. Like, and even let's say Seattle wins and New England loses, you still have pretty much the same talent for at least the next 2 to 3 years.
well, Seattle's not going anywhere for the next
And
three
that's
to
the
five
same
years.
thing with Seattle. So it's like,
Well, both these
regardless of
teams, yeah.
regardless which team loses, you can't. Yes, you're going to be upset that you weren't able to finish off the season with a victory, but to know that you are still going to be considered a contender for at least the next 3 to 5 years, I'm okay with that
Yeah.
as a young team. And that you can only get better. You're going to attract people that want to play with you as the years go by, as veteran players retire or move on, or you have to cut deals because contract situations. Like, you become an attraction for some of these veterans that can
This is
come
it.
play for a 1-2 year deal.
I mean, we're NFC North fans. You're a Bears fan. I'm a
Yeah.
Packer fan. Does it bother you at all that New England only had to wait like another 2 years to make it back to the Super Bowl? Like 3 years?
I,
I guess 4 years technically, but
I think it's utter bullshit.
it is because it's 2022. I think they
Like, I think their last Super Bowl appearance was 2019 or 2020. No,
it might have been 2020, but it was the 19 season. Yeah,
and
with
you
Brady.
you you literally have two of the worst years in the last 2 years, and then you end this season with 14 wins, and now you have a bid at a Super Bowl again.
Yeah.
Like, this is complete and utter bullshit.
Right, and then you get a rookie coordinator, defensive minded guy in McDonald from Michigan comes in as a rookie coach and makes it to a Super Bowl in one season. It's like you can't
And
make this
has
shit up.
and literally the best team in the league.
Yeah,
Like, you can't write
it's
this shit up,
wild to me.
man. You
No,
can't write this script up better than what it is right now.
I like it though. I like the script this year as far as the teams being in it. I like the nostalgia of being a blue blood. This isn't, the Legion of Boom going against New England, whatever the hell you want to call them. This isn't Belichick and Brady. This is Sam Darnold and Drake May. It's like, yeah, it's completely different, but it's like they're two younger guys, two younger quarterbacks.
Because
They're trying
Darnold's
to
only
make
been
their
in the league
mark.
7 years. Drake's in his second year. Like, these are young quarterbacks. And if I'm not mistaken, they were both drafted third overall in their respective drafts.
Right, and good for them making a Super Bowl. Um, it's not an easy thing to do. There's plenty of Hall of Fame players that never made one. So, I mean, the
I'm like,
laundry
and
list
then
goes
you
on and on
and
with
you've
that.
made and you have plenty of them that did make it and
Oh
didn't
yeah,
win. Jim Kelly went there 4 fucking times in a row and couldn't
yeah,
close the deal.
yeah. Only 3 of those times was his fault, though.
And then Dan Marino, I think he's been once, but never again. Because
Yep.
again, it's one thing to make it, but can you do it again? And it's like, uh,
I guess there was some news uh, outside of the Super Bowl. I think it was Jim Leonard was hired by the Buffalo Bills as defensive coordinator. Uh, It's Buffalo is just doing Buffalo things and confusing the absolute shit out of their fans. Um, like you said, picking Brady, who I kind of thought they were going to give him a shot as the head coach, but I was still kind of shocked that they
I
actually did
thought
give it to
Dable
him.
was gonna,
I thought Dable was going to come back to Buffalo for sure after being the OC and
but
having
he's
success
gonna be
there.
close in Tennessee. I think that's
Yeah.
gonna be good for Cam Ward. I know you don't think the Tennessee job seems like this.
Here's the thing that
That defense
the ownership sold off every asset when they were good. They just traded away Derrick Henry, traded away AJ Brown. They
they
just let
fired
everything
Vrabel.
fired Vrabel. It's like now Vrabel's in the Super Bowl. It's like what thought process did all this stem from? Like,
And then you ended up, and even after all that, you end up firing your GM after he trades away AJ Brown.
yeah, because it was his fault that you said fire sale.
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
I still think that it's not the worst job compared to the Jets. I think it's definitely an upgrade for Salah. Um, I'm interested to see everything. I saw, Mike is confident with his Eagles. He does not fear Harbaugh and the Giants.
Dude,
And
I hate to say it. They are building
but I don't want to.
quite the
I'm not.
coaching carousel there. I'm just saying that he's actually building something in New
I'm not
York.
sleeping on the Giants. They might not get him this next year, but don't sleep on the Giants. I'm not trying to compare because he said the whole bit of the Lamar and Henry, Jackson and Scatterboo aren't Henry and Lamar, and I'm like, you're right, they're not. However,
No, but they won a Super Bowl with the dumbest Manning. The dumbest Manning they won Super Bowls with. Come on. You
but
don't
I'm
if
just saying,
you get a competent coach now. Who was Todd Coughlin the coach when they won those two
yeah,
Super? Okay, yeah. And I'm just saying, you don't think that Harbaugh is just as good, if not equal
that is
to
that's a smart coach.
Harbaugh? Like
He is a
him and
smart
Tomlin.
coach. I'm just
Tomlin
saying.
too. I would have thought Tomlin would. He took a year off, correct? He's not coaching this year. I think he's
No,
doing
I think
family
he
stuff
was.
or whatever. Yeah,
Mike Tomlin said he's going to take about a year off,
good
and
for him.
he said he's going to focus on his family. I'm like, 19 years coaching. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you've earned a vacation, sir.
Can I tell you if he does come back, where I think that he might end up?
Where?
Tampa.
I'm like,
I think if Tampa doesn't get it done with Baker next year, I think they fire the coach.
Bowles, whatever his name is. The fact that
Yeah.
he's still there after the collapse of last year.
I think the only reason they gave him a pass is because injuries just decimated that team. They had no receivers left at one
I,
point in the season.
I hear you,
They lost their
but
running backs too. I mean, yeah, I get it. But I
it's
mean,
going to be interesting how much of a pass they give him this year. Like, how much is that leash? How much leash do they have down there for
Paul,
the?
because I'm not trying to be an a-hole and I don't want to, I'm the asshole in the room 99% of the time, but that division sucks.
Oh,
And
the division
if you can't win
bottom.
that division, it's like, come on.
The fact that the division winner was a 7-9 team
Yeah.
or
I
8-9, whatever the case,
whatever, embarrassing either way.
And
Yeah.
then the fact that the winner was based off of two teams that had no implications in the playoffs to determine who was gonna win the division between the Saints and the
Right.
Falcons. Like, that's crazy to me.
And didn't Carolina basically backdoor their own way in? Because they
Yes,
lost
because
the week before.
they
Yeah.
lost. All they had to do was beat Tampa Bay the week before. They beat Tampa Bay. They had to beat, I think, Atlanta, and they
And
would
then
have been in,
and then
but they
Atlanta
lost.
bumps them in. Atlanta bumped them in, yeah.
And so then all they had to do was the last week was beat Tampa Bay, and they're in last week, but they lost. And so now they're depending on a losing team to win so they can get in.
So not only did they backdoor their own way into the playoffs, they backdoored because somebody else backdoored another team out of it. Like it's that's the craziest thing ever. That division is
doo-doo trash.
dog poop. Yeah.
So if he can't find a way to win that division next year with Tampa Bay, And there's no way you can tell me that he doesn't.
Yeah, and
That he's
don't
not
give me
losing
no
his job.
crap about Mike Evans is getting older. Mike Evans was the most consistent wide receiver in the
For
NFL
11 years.
years. Yeah. I'm not saying he was the best. I'm saying he was the most
But
consistent.
like he was the most consistent offensive weapon that you had on that team.
Yeah. But they got weapons. They got young
Right.
receivers.
But
It's
he
like,
listen, your excuses are starting to run out in Tampa.
yeah.
Because at this point, how are you not winning that division? And this is the thing that I don't know if it's going to happen, but the way that it's looking, Atlanta is a good team, right? If Stefanski is able to figure out that quarterback situation down there, that becomes a good team. Carolina is a sleeper team that can be good, that can be a 10-win team if they actually figure out how to close out games. New Orleans, if they can figure out their offensive play and get Shuck some weapons and get him some protections, that division turns upside down real fast for Tampa Bay. They're no longer just the best team in that sorry division. And what used to be where 10 wins can win you the division doesn't look like it's not going to be enough anymore. Like 9-10 wins for the NFC South may soon not be enough to take control of that division anymore. The way that Carolina, Atlanta, and New Orleans are playing, in Tampa Bay, while everybody else is progressing, you're going down.
I want to put this out there for next year when we do the relegation at the NFL draft. Well, the week before we do the draft, we'll do the relegation, and I have a inkling that it's going to be multiple teams out of that division. We're going to,
bro. Why are you here? Get off me. Get off of me.
Please.
Please get off me. Go sit down.
You're like Charles. You're like Charles.
Why are you here?
Dog whisperer over here.
This boy, he's 12 years old and he's spoiled.
Oh, yeah. That's how they are, though.
Yeah. And now he's smiling at me. I love you too, buddy. But I got to finish recording. Then I love on you all day long. All right?
He knows.
Deal?
He's
deal?
well aware.
All right. Deal. But yeah. I don't know if Tampa is safe for regulation.
No, I'm not putting them or Carolina on the hot seat, but I'm putting the coaches for Tampa on the hot seat.
Tampa is definitely on the hot seat. This is the year. This is a prove-it year for Tampa Bay.
Because
it's not just so much winning the division. You have to give me a run, win one, maybe get to the NFC Championship game to safely say I could say that his job is secure. If you can get to the NFC title game,
yeah,
I could say Tampa Bay might give him an extension. But if
did you know the only team that exceeded expectations in that division by more than one game?
New Orleans.
Yeah.
They won 6 games?
Yeah, they were only supposed to win 3 or 4.
They won from what I saw, they weren't supposed to win maybe 1 game.
I think 3 was their 2.5 or 3 was like their
ceiling.
Well, I think that's because they played decent at the beginning of the season, so people were like, "Oh, well, they're competitive, so we'll give them 3."
But to say they won 6 games,
yeah, they were competitive too.
And with a quarterback swap halfway through the season, with a quarterback that nobody believed in,
a rookie Tua, right?
That nobody believed in. Chuck.
Oh,
when they drafted him over Shador, we were like, "This doesn't."
I believe he was in Rookie of the Year conversation.
I think he was towards the end.
But I mean, let's be honest.
I don't think he's going to win it.
I know. No, McMillan and them guys, they dominated. I mean, there was
Ted and then Jig and not what is in the guy from Tampa, the rookie receiver.
Oh yeah.
Him, Ted. I don't know, but I know that Shuck might be in the conversation, but I think you might even got Dart in there somewhere.
We've got McMillan, Schlesinger, linebacker from the Browns. Yeah, McMillan, Jackson Dart, Ibuka from Tampa. Travion Henderson has been fantastic for the Patriots this year, and Tyler Shug. Yeah, Abdul Carter, obviously, he was getting double teamed a lot. He had a couple of games where I just think now that they have a halfway decent offensive line coach, defensive coach, that they're going to actually be able to get this kid in better position off the edge. I think he was basically thrown in there this year with that defense to try to like get pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah.
But they had one guy out there that was pretty much dominating, eating up the quarterbacks pretty much 90% of the season. So
Can't be mad at. Listen,
no.
I know what Mike says, but I'm not sleeping on the Giants. I'm sorry. I cannot do it.
I never do. I never sleep on them. That's not something you want to do, you should do, or you probably ever would wish on anybody to do, because let's be honest.
Give me 1 second. I got a important call. Hold on.
Super Bowl. Let's see here. This line move on FanDuel, has it moved on ESPN? NFL playoffs, baby. Super Bowl. We've got coming in hot. By the way, the Pro Bowl is this weekend. If you haven't looked at it, it's Tuesday, February 3rd, which is tonight, live at 7 o'clock on ESPN Disney XD. Super Bowl, February 8th. We've got rolling in at 4.5 now. Seattle freaking rolling through it at 4.5, Paul. Unbelievable. What a wild take. Four and a half, 67 degrees in Santa Clara. Levi's Stadium, Super Bowl 60. Kenneth Walker leading the way for Seattle, and Jigba with the Seattle Seahawks, 1,700 receiving yards, 10 tutties. Drake May, 4,394 passing yards, 31 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, rolling into the beautiful Santa Clara, California to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Fantastic. I'm excited. We've got over under. I think I picked this one at under. If you're gonna bet $100 on this one, do not bet the total. Please, I beg of you, don't bet the total. If you're going to bet anything, bet the money line with New England. You're talking $1.95 right now for New England on the money line. Go ahead, hit that thing hard, hit it all day. I probably will be rolling up into the UP to go place myself a little bet, little side pot, little side wager legally. Yeah, stay away from the spread, stay away from the total. If you want to do anything, do the money line for New England. Laying money on Seattle just isn't going to do you any good at this point. You got to bet 100, you're going to win $38. So, yeah. Not worth your time, not worth your money, not worth the opportunity to put yourself out there and do that. If anything, go out there, bet the over for the Patriots and bet the money line, and you got yourself a good one. Anytime bets, anytime touchdown for Njigba, Kenneth Walker, Travion Henderson, those are all safe bets. Diggs over under 60 yards, I believe. You might want to hit the under with the DBs that Seattle's got. You have a better chance of Drake May completing a pass to maybe the tight ends, get that plus 30 money. It's a plus 200 bet right there. Maybe parlay that into something plentiful for yourself and make yourself a good day. Have a good Super Bowl, and we will make it on here and do Super Bowl picks on Sunday evening. We'll be on here. Be live before the Super Bowl. Take care of yourself. Love your children. Love your loved ones. Kiss your babies. Have a good one.
Yo, it's time to dip. Lights low and the mic off. Boys with the heat, yeah, we blast like a Molotov. Said what we said, no regrets in the air. If you ain't subscribed yet, bitch, don't you dare. Rate it 5 stars. Hit that share like a blunt. Tell your homies, tell your mama we on front. We the truth in the booth, no cap, just flame. If you fuck with the crew, you remember the name. It's goodbye, goodbye to the tribe. We fucking love you, now feel this vibe. Out this bitch with a mic drop kiss. Thanks for riding, we gone, but you won't miss.